Hey everybody, today's words to live by are never tell your problems to everyone. 20% don't care, and the other 80% are glad you have them. And that is from Lou Holtz, one of my favorites. And before I dive into the quote, I'll just tell you, first, I was incredibly humbled that Lou Holtz wrote the foreword to my first book called The Greatness Gap. He was the head football coach at Notre Dame when I was a student there. And so I got to know him through the athletic department, but mostly via my tennis coach, who helped me sort of secure Lou to write the foreword for me. So thanks to my coach Bobby Bayless, but it was a tremendous honor to have Lou write my foreword to The Greatness Gap. The second story is that in 1994 we hosted the national championships for the NCAAs in tennis. And so at the time, there were 16 teams. It was the top 16 teams in the country who all came to our campus to compete at our facility for the championship. We were one of the top 16 teams. So we were competing in that tournament along with teams from California, Texas, Florida, etc. And Lou was the keynote speaker to our opening night banquet. And he was a fantastic speaker. If you've ever heard him speak, it's impossible to not walk away with some sort of inspiration or a few laughs or something that just is positive and makes you feel good. And it was the same thing. I mean, you got 16 teams, rival schools, very intense competition, and he lightened the room right up. He told the joke to start and said, he knows very little about tennis, but one of his star players is this player called Rocket Ismail, who you guys might know. And he said, the only thing I know about tennis is that Rocket was so fast that he could play tennis by himself. And when he sort of came out with that line, just the whole room erupted, and it was just a great icebreaker. But to get into this quote, it's meant to make us smile and sort of chuckle, and there's also a lot of truth to it, too. And I think really what Lou is getting at and sort of trying to remind us in the way that I take it is to handle your challenges and your problems privately and quietly. I think it's perfectly normal and good to talk to your spouse or a significant other or a therapist or somebody else. You don't want to keep it all locked in if you need help to figure something out. But I think from a broadcasting perspective and like posting something on social media about, you're not happy with this and this didn't go right and that's not fair and blah, blah, blah. And I think that is completely counterproductive. And I know in the past for me, when I did that a couple times just on social media, and it sort of came across as like complaining, and looking back, I was always like, come on, man, just handle your stuff, like deal with it, get a grip, take some responsibility. And I think that's what Lou is sort of encouraging us to do is just, don't broadcast your problems, because a heavy majority are kind of glad you have them, maybe, or at the very least, they don't really care, nor do they probably know the details of how to help solve your problem. So it's a little bit like you're putting yourself out there as target practice. And I think for me, just in recent years, as I've matured in my late 30s, 40s, 50, certainly I think it's a better approach to handle things internally, privately, quietly, take care of your business, and keep moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed, or at least got a little chuckle out of this quote. And if you did, please like and or subscribe. And I will see you all again soon.